So I'm Chris with Cherokee Auto Sales, and I'm with Scott Temple with Next Generation Customs here in Knoxville. Scott owns a car wash slash detailing business here in Fountain City. His website is nextgenerationcustoms.com. His business number is 865-292-7852. He's located at 4664 Walker Boulevard here in Knoxville. His hours are Monday through Friday from 9 to 5, and then he's open on Saturdays and Sundays by appointment only. And Scott, thanks for letting me interview you today.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So we're going over Scott's current services that he offers, and he currently offers mobile detailing, ceramic coating, vinyl wrapping, window tinting, hand washing, waxing, paint correction, interior detailing, mobile detailing. He'll actually come to your house, and do you do pickup drop off, or do you do all the work at their house?
Pick up, drop off, or we can do it at the house as well.
Okay. And he's got a white Genesis
Hyundai Equus.
Hyundai Equus, a beautiful car here that is so shiny. This is his experimental car, he said. And then paint protection film application. Mm-hmm. And so Scott's got a TikTok, an Instagram, and a Facebook, and you can get links to those on his Google business profile at Next Generation Customs. You said you do a lot of people contact you through Facebook as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very good. Very strong with Facebook. So where did you grow up?
I grew up in Knoxville. I grew up over off of Level Road in the west side of Knoxville.
Right.
And then when I turned about 15 or 16, I went up just south of Chattanooga to Whitwell, Tennessee.
Right.
Finished out high school and came back here.
Nice.
Been there since.
So that's around the Chattanooga area. Is it in Georgia? Is it in Tennessee?
It's still in Tennessee, but
Gotcha.
it's just kind of in a pocket down by the mountains.
I gotcha. That's a beautiful area over there. A lot of mountains.
Oh, absolutely.
And so talk about someone that was influential as far as you growing up, or a mentor in business.
Yeah, my buddy Michael, extremely nice guy. We've known each other for probably about 7 years now.
Nice.
And he's always, if you call him with a problem, you just stressed out, and he's always there, ready to help figure it out.
Nice. What does he do for work now?
He's an insurance salesman.
Oh, for which company?
The Assurance Group.
Oh, gotcha.
He's
Very
one
good.
of the best out there as well.
Oh, that's awesome. What kind of insurance products do they have?
He does life insurance and helps with Medicare.
Okay, gotcha. It's like Medicare supplements?
Yes, sir.
I gotcha. That's cool. Do you consider yourself to be a morning person or a night person? And then what is your morning routine?
I'm definitely a morning person. I wake up at the same time every morning, probably about 7 o'clock. I play chess for about 30 minutes,
right.
Drink some water, get a shower, and get the day started.
Are you good at chess?
I'm okay at it.
So when you wake up in the mornings, does your alarm clock wake you up, or do you wake up before the alarm clock?
I typically wake up before 7.
Yeah.
If I go to bed real late, I might let it wake me up.
Right.
I'm usually up.
That's exciting. That's cool. So let's see here. Oh, and you said you are not a coffee drinker. So what do you drink when you first get up in the mornings?
Not great for me, but Red Bull.
And you said you also drink water.
I do drink water, but sometimes it's just early and you just need something to pick you up.
That's cool. Where do you see yourself in 1 year, and where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
A year from now, I'll definitely still be here, still getting cars helped out and cleaned up for people. In 10 years, hopefully I'll have a few more locations and be at one of them. Yeah,
it's very good. And just for reference here, Scott's right across the street behind the building from Louis. Mm-hmm. So right here in Fountain City, you're going to go from Old Broadway, and then this road, Walker Boulevard, runs parallel kind of with Old Broadway. And there's a fireplace store here, and then right behind him, he's got the Creek and the 640 building. So just for reference there. What is your proudest accomplishment?
This garage, this shop.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Being able to start my own business this young.
Yeah.
And be able to.
And how old are you?
I'm 26. Sorry, I'm 25. I turned 26 Sunday.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir.
So you got a birthday coming up on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
The day before Memorial Day.
Yes,
always.
Sir.
Very good. So this is your proudest accomplishment. This place is squeaky, and he says he can fit about 4 cars in here. So it's a very nice business you have here. Do you offer any sort of a discount?
Yeah, for first responders, EMS, police officers, we have 10% off, and then we have 20% off as well on top of that if you're a veteran.
Nice. That's nice. To give discounts is a good thing. And what do you do for continuous learning?
I read a lot.
Right.
Read a lot of Chris Voss's books.
Right.
Scott Alexander, Dave Ramsey.
Right. And tell us about who Chris Voss is.
Chris Voss is an ex-FBI negotiator, ex-Navy SEAL, extremely intelligent man.
Right.
One of the best negotiators, in my opinion, in the business.
He's got a TED Talk that we listened to one night that was just really cool. The detail about, he's talking about reading body language, you know.
You can tell a lot just by looking at somebody.
Yeah. I remember specifically, now that I'm thinking about it, I remember specifically there was a lady who was squirming and she was acting very nervous and everything when he was talking to her, and finally he just came out and said, "What is your deal?" And she said, "I've got to use the bathroom really bad." He said, so always now when someone's squirming, he said you don't necessarily know why that they're guilty or not guilty or whatever. Absolutely. He said sometimes they just need to use the bathroom or they're really thirsty. Yeah. So that's funny. And then you had also mentioned that his book, Never Split the Difference, which you just talked about. And then also there was another book that we were talking about called Rhinoceros Success.
Rhinoceros Success by Scott Alexander and Dave Ramsey.
Okay, gotcha. And what is that book about?
It's just more about getting over objections and obstacles, and it's practical ways to do it. It's not like a self-help book. It's a good way to really outline how to get past the objections that you really see every day.
I gotcha. Very good. So we're Dave Ramsey people as well, and one of the things that we do when someone pays a car, we try to do it before then, but when one of our customers pays their car off, we always get a picture of them holding their title, and then we give them Dave Ramsey's The Total Money Makeover book. Okay. And then I try to do financial counseling with them with the baby steps, but most people don't want to listen to it. But you know, if you think about back when you were in high school, they didn't really teach us about personal finance. No. And so I know now, especially at Fulton and Halls, they do have the Foundations of Personal Finance class that's offered, but a lot of people don't learn a lot about personal finance and how to run a checkbook and why having a savings account is important. You know, they don't learn about that. So it's cool that you mentioned Dave Ramsey. He's a big part of what we do, and that's important to me to make people stronger.
Absolutely.
So what has been your most effective strategy for growth and marketing your business?
Door knocking, 100%.
Yeah.
Just being in front of somebody, they see a friendly face, they see a smile, and when you're not there to sell somebody right then and there, it's a lot better.
Yeah, and that's actually how I met Scott. Scott came to our business down here on Broadway, Cherokee Auto Sales, and he knocked on the door, and that's how I actually met him. He came and knocked on our door, and I said, "Hey, how are you doing?" And that's how we started our friendship here. So how many do you do a week? Do you have a goal, like a daily goal or a weekly goal?
I try to get about 3 a week, but just depends on what we're doing.
Right.
If we could, we just do one vinyl wrap a week.
Door knocking. How many door knocks?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Probably about 100 a week.
Okay.
Give or take is our goal.
Yeah. Do you focus on a certain area? Do you go back to the area?
I've got specific neighborhoods that I focus on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of neighborhoods that I grew up around. So
sure.
A lot of folks around there still know me.
Right. You feel comfortable in that area. That's cool. You just give them like a flyer? Do you try to get any of their information, or?
Lots of word of mouth, and then lots of, I just like to sit down with people.
Sure.
I'll go get lunch and just sit with folks and get phone numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, one of my kids, Gregory, and I we bought some property out here. We buy and sell houses and property as well, but we had bought some property out Tazewell Pike, and we went out here to the property to look at the property, and there's a big pond in the middle of it, 5 acres. And so when Gregory and I were on the way back, Gregory, you'll remember this, you're going to watch this video, but we were on the way back. Gregory's been playing the violin since he was 4 years old, and he actually played it for the KYSO here.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, so this guy was just sitting out on his porch. Just out in the country, just sitting on his porch on a rocking chair. He's like probably 70, 80, 90 years old. So Gregory and I pulled up and we went up and just sat on the guy's porch with him and sat there for probably like 20, 30 minutes and just talking to him. It was really cool. And then Gregory, I think we went back later and Gregory played his violin on his porch for him.
That's the best way to
it was really neat just to go sit on someone's porch with them.
Absolutely.
So I've actually done that multiple times in my life. I'll just be driving along and see some older person sitting on their porch and just go back and just go up and strike a conversation up and just sit there on their porch and see what they're seeing. You know, when they are sitting on their porch, see what their view is of the world from their porch. So that's cool. Most interesting place that you've ever visited?
Abram Falls. It's here in Tennessee.
Right.
Beautiful hike. Fantastic. I've been on a handful of hikes in my life, and I've never seen a waterfall that looks like this.
So Abram Falls, there's 2 falls that I get confused. Meigs Falls and Abrams Falls in the Great Smoky Mountains. Which one is Abrams Falls?
Ooh, I'm not sure where it's at.
So One of them, there's a trail where you can actually push a person in a wheelchair up to the top, and then there's a waterfall there. The other one is on the side, and you have to climb down and go back through an opening to the waterfall.
That's Abrams Falls.
That's Abrams Falls. Yeah, that's a cool place. I've actually stood in that same waterfall before and let the water hit me in the face.
Oh,
and
yeah?
It's really cool. I actually specifically know that every time we drive through there, I see that, and I want to go back there to it if we have the time.
Beautiful hike.
Yeah, it's really cool. So again, this is Scott Temple with Next Generation Customs, and you can reach Scott at 865-292-7852. And Scott does mobile detailing. He does everything with your car. He does paint touch-up work. He does ceramic coating. He does waxing. He does cleaning the inside, cleaning the outside. He can get your car looking like a brand new car again. He also does vehicle wraps, and he does window tinting. And we get a lot of vehicles tinted at Cherokee Auto Sales, and so we're going to be using him to tint a car coming up here in the near future. So, Thank you.
Awesome.
What do you think about that?
I think pretty decent for first interview.
11 minutes.